I helped my patient, and fell deeply in love. Hello all my dear families, that I am going to share you what has happened in my life while I was helping my patients in his home. But before that, subscribe the channel and be family of us, thank you. I never expected love to find me in the middle of my daily routine. My name is Sarah. I'm 38 years old, a full-time caregiver, and a woman who had learned to give more than she ever received. I had long stopped looking for love. My days were filled with schedules, medication reminders, soft conversations, and caring hands. My heart? It was quietly folded away, tucked beneath years of heartbreak and the demands of life. But then, he came. His name was Michael. A retired history teacher, 47 years old, recovering from a complicated surgery that left him dependent on care for months. When I walked into his home for the first time, he was sitting in his wheelchair near the window. Sunlight bathed his tired face. He looked up and smiled. That smile. Something about it stopped me. It wasn't just gratitude. It was warmth. Depth. Soul. Our first days together were formal, checklists, physical therapy, medication, routine. But every day, he opened up a little more. He told me about the books he used to teach. The students he missed. The love he once had, and lost. And I listened. Not just because it was my job. But because I wanted to. As the weeks passed, things began to change. We laughed more. He teased me about my bad coffee. I teased him about his stubborn pride. There was one evening I'll never forget. I was helping him with physical therapy, holding his hand to support him. He looked into my eyes, deeply, quietly, and said, "You make pain feel less painful, Sarah." My hands trembled, but I didn't let go. I told myself I was just being kind. Just doing my duty. But the truth? I was falling, slowly, sweetly, and deeply. He wasn't just my patient anymore. He became my reason to smile. My reason to come early. And stay late. One rainy afternoon, we sat by the window sipping tea. The world outside was gray, but inside, something was blooming. Michael looked out, then turned to me and whispered, "Do you ever feel like some people are meant to meet, even in the strangest circumstances?" I couldn't speak. I only nodded. Because my heart was screaming yes. We never crossed any lines. Not at first. But emotions? They don't follow rules. One night, after a long day, I was helping him into bed. As I adjusted his blanket, his hand touched mine, deliberately. He held it. Looked at me. And said, "Sarah, I'm not just grateful to you. I think I'm in love with you, understand me please." I froze. Tears welled in my eyes. No one had said that to me in years. Not sincerely. Not gently. Not with meaning. I sat beside him, held his hand tighter, and whispered, "I feel it too, Michael." And in that quiet room, love bloomed where pain once lived. From that day on, we let our feelings guide us, carefully, respectfully. There was no rush. Only moments. Like when I'd read to him late at night, and he'd fall asleep holding my hand. Or when I caught him practicing walking without me, just so he could surprise me. Love grew, not out of perfection, but through healing. Months passed. Michael grew stronger. Eventually, he walked again, fully. Independently. But he never walked away. When he was finally discharged from needing care, he looked at me and said, "Now that I don't need a caregiver, can I ask you to stay in my life, just as the woman I love?" I said yes. With a full heart. And eyes that saw a new future. We're together now. No longer caregiver and patient. but partners, lovers, best friends. Sometimes love finds you in the most unexpected places. It walks quietly into your life and changes everything. I helped him heal. But in truth, he healed me too. I love him deeply and he too. Life is a full of surprise, that is why, one upon a time he was my patient, but now he is my lover. Thank you for listening me. Please subscribe my channel and support us. Until next video, bye.